Here's Bad Bunny, El Conejo Malo. He came up out of nowhere. He was from rags to riches story, and apparently some guy found him as he was working at a, well, he didn't literally find him, but at the time he was working like at a grocery store or something like that, or a supermarket, and then making music on the side, trying to hustle his way to the top. And now he's one of the all-time, basically the trap king of music for Latin America. You got the boy, The Miz, Mr. whatever he's now. And yeah, his wife is hot, Maurice. Overall, I think I made this August 2018, I believe. I try to remember when I did them. And back then, I was going for this really, really intense backgrounds with this outline to separate it. I don't know why, but I like it. The skin tones back when I was practicing more blending. And yeah, kind of, and hair. I was practicing hair too. Amy Winehouse, once again, Nipsey Hussle. The same drawing you saw before, which is this one. So here's the realistic drawing, and here's my style. As you can tell, once again, it's really red because I like the intense feel to it. And the background is nice and soothing to make this pop out more. And over here is just, once again, abstract work. I didn't want to add too much detail to this part right here, but overall it worked out really fine because this blends in with that. So it worked out. Amy Winehouse, I made her psychedelic, not anything to do with her actual drug addiction. It just kind of happened that way. I wanted to do white outline because it looked too, like, empty. And I did here, and it ended up making it very, very abstract. The background ended up looking like fire and burning. I don't know why, but that's just the way it worked out. Yeezy, 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 how you do it, huh? One of the Bible verses, of course. The graduation hat, this was done in probably 2017, back when I was first practicing my black and white style. As you can tell, it was very, very plain back then, and that's just the way I like it. I'm trying to go back to this, keep it more simple. The background, graduation again. Sorry, I randomly stopped talking, but I want to get this. It says baby. Well, you get the point. This graduation theme palette, amazing. Shout out to the artist. Forgot his name. I know his name. I just forgot how to say it because trying to make this live. And of course, the late registration Kanye with the backpack, the pink polo. I decided to make it a Yeezus background because I thought it looked cool. And overall, this is probably one of the drawings that had the most detail to it. It's not my most realistic, but at the time it was because I was like, yo, I really got to go ham in here. And I did. As you can tell, this is super nice, but then the rest of the drawing was like, it wasn't that good. This is also 2017. It was done around the same time as this one. And this, of course, the typical Chance background, which I think was inspired by this Kanye one, but it is what it is. Chance, I don't really listen to him as much, but he used to be really, really popping, and then his latest album came out, it flopped, and that's it. Logic. Man, once again, I'm messing up LiveCom. Drake. Drake was one of my top favorite artists back in the day, but then slowly he started becoming more mainstream and selling out. I don't want to be one of those guys that say, oh, look, you know, Drake, I loved him back when he was coming up. But not like, I mean, nowadays he probably has a bunch of ghostwriters. He probably doesn't make his own music. So it's, nothing was the same. Pun. And now I just don't listen to his music because I don't know who wrote it. Zelina Vega. At the time, she was really, really popular when I made her. She was probably with Andrade Cien, which is one of my favorite wrestlers at the time. So I decided to draw her because I couldn't find a picture of him. She's not his girlfriend, she's his manager. But at the time, she would just do like flying hurricanes, trying to interrupt the matches. And I thought it was pretty cool that she did that. Here's Mbappe. During the 2018 World Cup, he was blowing up. So I decided to get some clout points again. And I made Mbappe. Or Mbappe. The whole point is he's French. He's like, at the time he was like 21, and he's a beast. He will never be the next Messi though, because he will never be that good. No, there will never be the next Messi. Just simple as that. Messi, 2016 or 2015, I think. This is back when I first started doing actual portraits in colored pencil, and as you can tell, it wasn't that good. But at the same time, neither was my reference photos, because I used to use a really old phone, and now we're upgrading. 2017, done with the Kanye and Chance the Rapper one. K-Dot, of course, everybody loves him. I never drew him before this, so at the time it was like, okay, I gotta make it dope, and I did. this overall is probably one of my like coolest drawings that I've done, just because not how realistic it is, I just like the way it came out. I would always do this thing where I added a really, really light shade and I made it darker and darker and darker as it went out. As you can tell here, back then it was on one side, but then I decided to make the whole thing. My boy, rest in peace, Mac Miller, one of my all-time favorite artists, and he's just great. This was actually done probably like 2 or 3 days after he died, because I genuinely did love this guy, Mac Miller, one of the greats. But unfortunately, he passed away from a drug overdose, and yeah. Best Day Ever by him is probably my all-time favorite song. And I love Swimming. Really, really good. Real Hasta la Muerte, Real Till I Die, Anuel AA. So he's a Spanish trap king, sort of like Bad Bunny, except Bad Bunny's better than him. His music is, I don't really like it because a lot of things he said, I don't even know how to say them, but yeah, I guess not my type of music. Machine Gun Kelly. A lot of you probably know who he is, but I don't really listen to his music till now. Overall, it's not actually that bad of music. I thought he was going to do a lot of like rapping about drugs and killing people and all this, but no, he surprised me. He's actually a really emotional guy. And he has a bunch of girlfriends, so he probably cheats on all of them. I don't know. That's a different story for a different day. Valorant was going to pop off, so I decided to draw this. Is it still popping off? I don't know. I don't follow the game. But one of my biggest regrets for this one was I forgot to add hair going out. And then ever since, every time I look at it, it looks pretty damn annoying. But it is what it is. Valorant A. We got this from like 2018, I think. These I really don't like that much. I don't know why, but Canelo Alvarez, professional Mexican boxer. And we got my boy here. How did I forget his name? Anyways, I will eventually remember his name. But at the time, they were about to box, so I decided to draw both of them. He was undefeated. I think he only had one loss to Mayweather at the time, or they were both, something like that. And I think he gave him his first loss. But overall, this guy's awesome. I love him. He's a really humble guy and pretty cool. He helps out all his people. Once again, Yeezy, Yeezy, how you do it, huh? And this one I don't really like that much because it just came off pretty odd and pretty off too. I think what happened was I lost the details in the head when I decided to add this layer because this was actually supposed to be longer. And it sort of gave him a weird shaped head. This was inspired by his Power music video, or not the Power music video, the Dark Fantasy with the crown going down. Not the crown. There's a crown with a broken blade going down the head or something like that. Or it's like a head. The whole point is it was inspired by that. So you know what I'm talking about. And the last one, El Señor Cudi again. For some reason, I've drawn Kid Cudi like 6 or 7 times. I'm not really sure. But overall, Kid Cudi, great music. I love his art. And Kid See Ghost was great. Let's hopefully his new album comes out and it's really, really good. Or we get Kid See Ghost too. And this video was kind of rushed because it wasn't really rushed. I just spoke really quickly. The reason why is I didn't want to make it a 40, 50-minute video. And I'm just hoping you guys like it. For my 200th video, for sure, it's going to be all out. I'll probably go to a different country, record there, and draw. So for now, I really appreciate if you made it this far. Thanks for watching. And I'm out. Oh, and Avatar: The Last Airbender, amazing. I gotta rewatch it again. Now I'm out.